So I was applying for jobs everywhere for like at least a year, and even Duncan would not give me a call back, right? And I remember my buddies, they all started their own businesses for like a couple months, and I remember they told me it took them like 6 months to get to the point where they're making like $100 a day in profit. And I was like, that I don't know if I have 6 months because they spent so much money. Like they literally spent like tens of thousands of dollars into building their business to the point where they were making $100 a day. So I'm like, that doesn't seem realistic, right? But after a year and a half of like applying, I scraped together like $1,500. And I remember my buddy showed me his dashboard, and he had made like $11,000 and like $500 in like a week. And I was blown away. I was like, there's no way this guy did this. If he can do it, I can do it. And I think that moment was the reason why when I started my own drop shipping store back in 1900s, that I was able to make 50K in the first 2 months, right? It started off super slow because I only had like $500 to my name at the time, and I gave myself $100. I'm like, if I can double this $100, I'll give myself all of my savings to like build it up, because it didn't make sense to like not do that, right? Because like I couldn't get a job anywhere. I could have used that money to pay off my credit card, but what would have happened then, right? I wouldn't have any cash left, and I would still have the debt. So I figured if I can take a risk, if I can make the business work, I might never have to even worry about a job again. So that's what I did. To me, it made perfect sense, but to literally everybody else, including my parents, it made no sense, and they actually were telling me not to do it at all. And it took me weeks of like 20-hour days of just sitting behind a computer, blasting a website, getting products going, talking to every single person, commenting on my posts, my ads, and stuff. I was selling them. I was giving them my phone number, calling up people, answering questions, working 20-hour days, literally passing out on the computer to take a nap, and then waking up and then back at it. And I also gained like 35 pounds doing that the first month, but I do it again in a heartbeat. So if you're also struggling out there, try to think, maybe it's a sign to pivot, to try something new. Maybe go for the thing that's been scaring you all this time.